If you clicked on this video, you've probably experienced being emasculated by a woman at some point in your life, whether it be in a past relationship, or maybe it's actually happening to you right now in your current relationship. And you've probably found a lot of content online teaching you how to know when a woman is emasculating you and how to protect yourself from it. However, there's one particular thing that nobody's talking about that is one of the main reasons why men are being emasculated in today's world. And the reason why many people aren't talking about this is because this particular thing is socially accepted in modern society. And more concerningly, a lot of men aren't even aware that this thing is emasculating them in a dangerous way. As men, we have two main purposes in society. That's to provide and to protect. And in order to fulfill those purposes, we as men need to work towards certain goals and accomplishments in order to fulfill them. That includes getting in the best mental and physical shape possible, so we have the strength and mental fortitude to face all of life's challenges head on. We also need to build financial stability, so that way we can be independent, we're not a burden on society, but more importantly, we can provide for and take care of a family. But before we can even start a family, we first need to seek out a woman, someone that we can marry and have kids with and start a family with and start building our legacy with. And that is one of the hardest challenges for a man in their entire life, is being able to find that one woman that you love and trust that you can start building a life with. And it requires a lot of time and energy, a lot of learning through experience and rejection and pain and heartbreak in order to find that perfect person for you. And when you can finally find that woman that you can start a family with, not only are you rewarded with the opportunity to build a wonderful life and a legacy with them, you also now have the ability to experience romance, intimacy, and have lots of sex with them. And let's be honest, that's definitely something that a lot of us men look for in a relationship. Yes, we want to have deep connection, we want to start a family, but let's face it, we all crave deep, intimate connection, romance, and sex with a woman. However, in today's society, it's getting a lot harder to find a great connection with a partner. And part of it has to do with a lot of toxicity that's going on between the sexes. You have these toxic red pillars who are pointing the finger at women, blaming them for all the problems in the world. You get the same thing on the opposite side with toxic feminists pointing the finger at men, saying that they don't need men and blaming them for all their problems. And then you add on top of that all of the hookup culture that has come to rise recently in the past few years that's making it very difficult for people to have deep and meaningful connections. And so for many of us men that want to find that partner, it's getting more and more difficult to find that. Yet we still crave that intimacy. We still want sex. We still want to feel what that feels like. And so many men, because of what's happening, have either chosen to go their own way and not get involved in relationships. But more concerningly, a lot of men are now turning to another option that is absolutely free, that is available on demand within a click of a button, and that comes in every variety and flavor that you can ever imagine, so that you can never get bored. And if you haven't figured it out already, men are turning to a screen in order to get their sexual needs, their desires met and satisfied, instead of going out into the world, into society, and finding a woman to experience sex in real life. And that's where the real danger lies. What used to take a man lots of effort, time, and energy to pursue and seek out a wonderful woman to have deep connection and intimacy and wonderful, amazing sexual experiences with, that's now being replaced with something that is available on demand, one click away, and provides a cheap synthetic version of a sexual experience. And the saddest part is that a lot of men are simply settling for this. And part of the reason for that is that this addiction to the screen has actually been happening for a lot of men for many years, going all the way till childhood in some cases. What started out as a curiosity towards women and around sex at the time, then getting introduced to paid resources like magazines and VHS tapes and DVDs, to eventually the rise of internet with websites that offer an abundance of this content for free at any time, it's no reason why a lot of men have lost their drive, because this has been something that's conditioned them to lose their drive, to destroy their masculinity over many years of their life. And this is why you're starting to see a lot of men who have been emasculated and are not really masculine men anymore. A lot of them have sort of given up on trying to improve themselves financially, mentally, physically, even emotionally, because not only have they lost the drive, but with all this toxicity that's happening in the world today, a lot of men have this mentality, well, even if I improve myself, it doesn't guarantee that I'm going to find a quality life partner that I can start a life with and have great sex with. So a lot of guys are just starting to check out. Now, there's another layer of damage that this addiction is causing. So on top of being emasculated, a lot of men are getting their manhood destroyed by watching the screen time and time again and losing their ability to have deep connection with women. It's commonly known in the community that when you're watching the screen and getting accustomed to getting aroused by videos instead of a real life human being, it causes a lot of issues in the bedroom where you have a lot of anxiety with women, and more importantly, you don't have the ability to be able to perform or even satisfy a woman because you become so used to getting aroused from a video that you don't even know where to start with getting aroused with a real woman right in front of you. And that causes a lot of anxiety for men, to the point where a lot of them won't even try to approach women because they're scared that if they get into that situation in the bedroom, that they're going to cause a lot of disappointment, and they just want to avoid it all completely. And this is something that I actually experienced firsthand with my ex when I was married. We didn't have any intimacy in a relationship, so I used to turn to the screen to kind of cope with the fact that I was in a broken relationship. I was in a very stressful situation with my ex and also with my job at the time. And not only that, when it did happen, it was the most lackluster performance that I could ever have imagined. And it really destroyed me mentally in terms of my confidence. And I didn't want to get with a woman for quite some time. And so what finally allowed me to turn my life completely around 180 was going on semen retention. Because as soon as I started to store my sexual energy for a long period of time, I was not only able to restore my masculinity, but it completely reversed the emasculation that I've been living with for many years due to this addiction, and even being exposed to a toxic relationship with my ex over the past 10 years. And so the way that you can solve this problem for yourself is to simply start your semen retention journey. The easiest way to get started is set a goal to aim for 30 days on semen retention. And what I mean 30 days, you go that period of time without watching any videos, without releasing, without touching yourself. And if you need to break it down into smaller chunks, start with a 7-day streak. If you can get to 7 days, great. Then go to 15 days. If you can surpass 15 days, then get to 30 days. And once you get to the 30-day mark, that's when you're starting to cook. And eventually, once you get to a 60-day mark, that's when you'll really start to feel the full benefits of your masculine energy coming back online, feeling the vigor and vitality that you've always been looking for. And not only that, you'll finally feel powerful and masculine again to face all of life's challenges and start fulfilling those purposes of being a man in society, which is to protect and to provide. And so if you are looking to get started on your semen retention journey, if you have any questions, I'm offering 3 free consultations every single week. Feel free to book a call with me through the link in the description below. I'd love to talk to you and help you put together your plan on getting on semen retention within your first 30 days. And I hope this message finds you at the right time. Thank you everybody for subscribing and your ongoing support with all of my content. It means the world to me and I truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.